I started tennis at age 8. I was blessed to have a really successful career. Got up to about 250 in my first year, so I was having relative success. I wasn't sure what direction I would go, whether I would go to school in the States on scholarship or go pro. I decided to go down the pro route. After beating Edberg, it was a little bit of a decision to make. A lot of my friends who were top juniors were going down the NCAA route. But beating the #1 player in the world probably, put me on the side of trying to go the pro route. Some of the highlights were definitely winning a gold medal. I think that got me started gaining the confidence to win on the biggest stage, because I kind of lost a few big finals and Grand Slams in doubles. And so after that, I really gained confidence, and if you look at my results, it's all the big wins were kind of after that. Especially with someone with the personality of feeling the losses more than enjoying the wins. I felt like I had, I would get down on myself, and it was almost more of a relief to win. So it was a lot of ups and downs. When I first beat Edberg, it wasn't like a straight climb to the top. It wasn't like a Federer, or anything like that, not even close. So it was a little bit of a grind after trying to maintain that level and match that level. Singles wins were sporadic. I had some good wins, but just had a hard time maintaining consistency. So, for 10 years there, I was always doing better at doubles, but I was still focused on singles. Losing in the biggest moments was difficult, and then, started working with sports psychologists, and I think that really helped me, and then I just started to play better in the bigger moments and had more wins. One of my first major was in 2002, and then also around that time I was also making the commitment to just playing doubles, and so I obviously became a better doubles player from that standpoint, and happened to win 8 Grand Slams, but probably Wimbledon and the gold medal stand out for me as the biggest moments. My last year on tour was more of enjoying the moments, enjoying the cities, being with my family. Time was up. Every athlete has to be honest with themselves, and definitely for me it was probably a year before I retired. So leaving family, that was never fun, but so being in one spot and coming back to Toronto and just living the family life was something I definitely relished, for sure. But I've slowed down dramatically. So the 12-year-old, if she has the ball coming to her, she hits it pretty well, and she'll make me move, and I don't really like that. So I kind of position myself in the corner and make her do all the running. So I definitely slowed down a little bit, but still enjoy being out there, for sure. It's been truly an amazing run. I mean, it started with Milos, I think, 10-15 years ago, and he broke through and kind of put tennis on the map here, especially in singles, and it started gaining momentum. And then Vasek, his counterpart from juniors, started doing well, and they played that semifinal at Rogers Cup, which was huge, and then Jeannie started doing well shortly after that, and it just carried on with Dennis and Felix and Bianca and Layla and Gabby in doubles, and so it's been a truly amazing run, and we're very deep now on both sides, and I think it's just great for tennis moving forward. One, because all these players are still relatively young. I mean, very young for most of them, and then we have a good core of juniors coming up that are motivated by them, and it's tremendous. So I think we're just going to, I think, build on that momentum, for sure.